Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to multiply some radicals. So we're going to use what we learned in the last video to help with this video. So this lesson is going to start off pretty easy. So we're going to have something like square root of 2 times square root of 3. Well, when you have two radicals like that, you could put them together if they're the same kind of radical. So these are both square roots. So we could put them together. But if one was a cube root, one was a square root, then you couldn't. So we would have 2 times 3, which is square root of 6. Okay, let me show you another one. Okay, we have square root of 5 times square root of 10. Now I could do this the same way. I could say, well, I'm going to put them together and make square root of 5 times 10, which is square root of 50. But then you have to simplify. This one is already simplified because we can't really, we could break down 6 into 2 times 3, but there's no pair there. 50 might have a pair. So you could do a factor tree now, or you can look at your factors here and you could break these down. 5 is already broken down. There's no more factors of 5. But 10 has a 5 and 2, right? 5 times 2 is 10. So you can do a factor tree now. Let's see, I would have 5 times 10 and then 5 times 2. It's the exact same right there. And you have a 5, 5, and a 2. Same thing here, 5, 5, and a 2. So, I mean, you could look at it however you want, but in the end, do whatever's easier for you. We have a 2 times 5 times 5. Those are our factors. We're looking at square root, so we need to pair. There's your pair of 5s. It's coming to the front. So our answer would be 5 square root of 2. If you put square root of 50 in IXL, I don't think it'll take it if it's asking you to simplify. So that is a simplified answer right there. Okay, I'm going to show you one if you have numbers on the outside of the radical. So this is 1, 2, here's example 3. Let's say we have 2 square roots of 7 times 3 square roots of 2. Okay, so the way you can look at this is the outside numbers multiply with the outside, the inside numbers multiply with the inside, and then we could worry about simplifying. So 2 times 3 would be 6. 7 times 2 would be 14. Can we simplify that? Well, we can check real quick. Let's see, 14 is 7 times 2, but we can't break it down anymore. There's no pairs in there. So that's your simplified answer. Let me do one with variables and then we're done with this video. So 4, I think you have some like this in your IXL. And don't worry about big numbers because they can all be broken down into smaller factors. Okay, so there's square root of 16a squared times b, and then square root of 15ab to the 4th. So we are going to break these down instead of multiplying them because I don't want to do with big numbers. I want to already be breaking down my factors. So I'm going to do a factor tree with these because at the end I'm going to be multiplying 16 to 15. Anyways, and just like here, I'm going to end up with all my factors. So let's do a little quick factor tree. So 16 breaks up into 4 times 4. We have 2 times 2 and 2 times 2. 15 is 3 times 5, and that's it for those. So let's see. If I multiplied 16 times 5, I would get these factors if I broke it down. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. And now let's look at our variables. We have a squared and we have a. That's 2 a's here, 1 a there. So I'm going to write down those 3 a's. I have 1 b here, 4 b's here. So I'm going to write down the 5 b's. Alright, this is a square root problem, so we're looking for pairs. So circle all your pairs. Okay, this is what I end up with. So let's go ahead and bring all these out. So I have a 2 times 2 times a times b and then another b. What's left over? 3 times 5 times a times b. Alright, let's continue to simplify. Let's multiply all my factors on the outside and all my factors on the inside. So 2 times 2 is 4. I have 1a. How can I combine b times b? Well, that's 2 b's, so that's b squared. 3 times 5 is 15. And I have an a and a b. And now the rooster's making sounds again. So I think I'm going to end the video here. If you have any questions, come see me during my office hours.